quickly on a Cuckoo. A lot of these kills are coming out on the Death Prophet. All these ultis have been used on the DP so far.
Under attack.
Not a big fan of this Falcon Blade on Death Prophet. What you want to have on the offlane DP is a bit more tanky build. It's a costly item, you know. Falcon Blade, it costs 1100. You know, you still get something from it, but it's a lot of investment. You're not a mid laner. Even like mid lane DPs don't get the item. It's more of a pop build, I would say. I would love to see like a Glimmer Cape possibly on the offlane Death Prophet, or just straight up Hood.
And it doesn't feel like it gives you enough for a locked spot. And I say locked spot in, that's not building into anything else.
Yeah, so he switches to Hood instead of going to Yule Scepter, because if you go Witchblade and a Yule Scepter, it's a lot of like intelligence, but not enough survivability. You're smart, but you know, one slap and all intelligence is gone.
Yeah, and that happens a lot.
Also, I would love to see 1 point in silence coming out from the Death Prophet. That valuable silence could make a whole lot of difference.
Yeah, it's a good silence at just level 1. The casual point could really... I don't think it's gonna... I mean, it'll make the fights easier. I don't think that's the difference in making or breaking the fight at the moment, with T1 being ahead by so much, but at the same time, it stops TNC, I think, from really having a chance.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Silence on the pocket, exorcism used, back away from the tower.
Dire's middle tower,
to be honest, expected it to have it a bit early, like 3-1-3 build is fine. You're playing the offlane. You need that a bit of something else coming up from your offlane because you don't provide any stuns.
Trying to take this through any of these towers. TNC are stuck.
And Zephyr, I love position 4 Pangos. You get so much value from that Blink Dagger. Just Orb of Corrosion feels great on the hero, on top of the Blink Dagger, which allows you to land some good roars. Usually you kind of struggle against the Puck, against the Beastmaster. But the Blink Dagger, yeah, allows you to be more maneuverable in the fights. Maybe get the first jump.
He's getting really close to it. We see how much that disrupts when you go into the Rolling Thunder. Enemies will only make him closer. He's farming this bottom lane himself for a long time already. I don't Fury finish for Jackie, going right into the Sanji Yasha. Is this the item you want to see after the Battle Fury's finish?
Okay, yeah, I don't mind. Like, against the Shaker, that extra status resistance, because they have a lot of stuns, a lot of silences. Sure, why not? Like, just be a bit more tanky. Also decided to get the HP talent on level 10. So, yeah, be able to survive through initial burst, because they have a lot of, like, spell damage.
Ooh, did they KP coming into the trees with that ward?
I didn't see.
Coming bottom. They're navigating through. But the Rolling Thunder, Primal Roar, that stops him with the Frostbite's in as well as the Freezing Field. Rolling Thunder will continue, and Casey is dead with that.
Now a little game of
Carl showed up, and
Whitemon's having such a great game on this CM. Level 9, 16 minutes in, doing so much work, providing vision. His wards were on point, D wards as well. Just securing the lane for Phantom Assassin means quite a lot.
Blink Dagger picked up for the Earthshaker, so now they have an opportunity at Blink Echoes. We'll see if that ends up changing the complexion of this game. So far, it's all T1, and they're continuing to take out these towers without losing much of their own. Tier 1 finally goes, but
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Seems like it's that part in The Lion King. Anything that the sun touches.
A great quote, great movie. The first movie I actually watched in the cinema, so always gonna be very important to me.
Just to have all the Disney VHS.
You used to? What happened?
Well,
you sold them?
Yeah, when we sold my house, we gave up all the VHS. My brother had the whole like Disney collection. We had like Bambi, Hercules, Lion King, everything.
Just TP out, it's that easy. They have no abilities that go through Magic Immunity.
Well, you kids at home, a VHS.
Do not throw them. Do not throw the old stuff, but just if you have a basement, put it in a basement, because one day you might get a lot of value. Not just, you know, money value, but you would love to see things that you own when you were a kid.
Yeah, I had to get rid of a lot. If you want
Radiant's bottom tower
to get some
is
money,
under
could
attack.
do that crypto thing. I know
Giants
BTC's
are
up to
scanning.
40K right now.
Radiant's bottom tower.
I can't afford that though. Doge
Radiant
is the new big
structures
thing.
are
Hot
fortified.
seller on the market. So, smoke up from TNC.
It seems like one of those, I think you should, don't, but you should, right? You know, invest. I didn't say don't follow my advice. It's a mad world we live in, but yeah, let's focus on the game. Philly dropped for T1 to the roll.
Coming in, rolling thunder with a big dagger, moves up in the air. Super. Not going to keep him out. Freezing field drop by White Mom for that kill on Febby. Okay, lead still for T1.
Radiant's bottom tower
Zeus
is
and
under
Pop
attack.
looking like they want to go for Roche. Get back in.
High back from Febby. Double damage Underlord. Let's check his damage. 330, not too bad. 18 minutes in.
Not happy about that. Zephyr over on the high ground, and Fisher, Totem, Tim's in trouble, stifling damage. Now the right clicks are in, they get the kill, the Omnibus bounces, White Mana unfortunately tanks back. They got the Dream Coil in,
Game still has Echo.
Jackie's dead too, Gabby moving forward, they'll look over for Cuckoo and Carl. Zephyr over to the side, has Swashbuckle ready to throw. If they want to chase and turn this around, they need to keep the pressure on, otherwise they're giving up Roche for the Fisher. Then block from getting on the high ground. Malice now, Blade Fury again has that healing ward continuing to.
But they need
bump
to get
up
this
that
Roche.
HP.
Already used 2 buybacks. Healing ward running out. They're dropping low. 1 Firestorm should.
Rolling Thunder with Blink Dagger. They need to be careful about going for
This
this.
could be a disaster.
Yeah, there's the Rolling Thunder. Echo Flame comes in. That's going to hit on the Cuckoo. And now the silence on the Carl. That keeps Underlord out from going for this. At the same time, Roche is low. Gabby and Carmel are in. They'll take the Aegis. Gabby gets that one, and that is massive for TNC. A long, drawn-out fight that becomes victorious for TNC, with the prize being Roche.
Cuckoo had Hood of Defiance ready. Didn't even pop it that fight. Very interesting. So yeah, Roche attempt. If that was level 2 Dead Prophet ulti, they would have been able to take it. Spirits go from 8 to 16, a bit of a difference that could potentially, you know, mean, I'm going to say a game, but this is a big win for TNC. They used 2 buybacks. Juggernaut managed to pick up Aegis.
That really helps Gabby just feel comfortable farming. Maybe they want to fight. Once Echo Slam is back off cooldown. As well as the Omni Slash. I mean, the Omni was used so early in that fight. Took out White Mon completely, and holding that Echo that entire time until the opportunity came to throw it and they get kill onto the Death Prophet. Pretty impressive by TNC to be so patient in a fight.
2 buybacks committed. It's a lot of investment at this point, but yeah, they secured the Roche. Underlord has a full pipe, something that we don't see that often. Considering the cost change, it's a 1,500 gold of an investment just to get the recipe.
Fisher over on the back of Cuckoo. They've got the Underlord nearby. TNC thinking about jumping in. Over from the side. Zephyr in trouble. Two Malice is in. They're not locking up anymore. Now they find the jug. And Fury, Primal War, Supernova. The Echo is off. They'll get the kill on the Cuckoo. They're taking out Zephyr. 2 heroes gone. Zephyr buys back. Dark ripped away. No, he stops. White Mon, Invis. But now the Sunray. Loser for the wait. Where's they get the kill on the 3. And they've got Zephyr thinking about going into the Rolling Thunder. Having that Blink Dagger to disrupt the fight of TNC. But they are pretty healthy at the moment. KP gets caught by Jackie.
What is this?
Just like TNC.
A game of some sort?
They will give up on this fight, but they've already got 3, so they're happy with the exchange.
One thing I noticed is D1 stopped tipping Armel, which means Armel is playing really well. Didn't die. So far, those 2 rotations kind of ended up with a death, though he managed to recover.
Yeah.
Boots of Travel, Veil, ton of magical damage already coming out from both Phoenix, Earthshaker as well. They have Echo Slam ready and Shaker getting closer to level 12, so I still feel they can try and go for a fight.
Yeah, he's gonna have that
Aegis
shard
is
too.
available. He's going for that shard. Probably the best shard in the game right now. Just feels like you're getting so much from it. -2 seconds on the Fissure. You can walk on the Fissure, and you can stun people. Sometimes I've seen players using Echo Slam just to stun on the Fissure without getting the echo damage.
We saw that a lot yesterday. We were covering the Chinese. Saw a lot of echoes off of players and just on the Fissure.
This SNY sounded like a great idea for T1, but without having a BKB, Phantom Assassin still needs to be very careful about joining fights or overextending,
Right.
because yeah, that's gonna hurt. Still very vulnerable to any kind of magic damage burst, and they have done.
Carl just waiting in the trees. Gabby pushing forward. He's got Firestorm and Pit of Malice to try and deter this push coming in from TNC. Who's here as
top
well.
tower is under
Healing
attack.
word though, that is, well, keeping Gabby healthy enough and keeping TNC's hopes of taking this tier 2 alive.
Radiant are scanning.
Looking to see, because TNC, they've got this Aegis, and you can see or
Radiant's
sense by the way that
middle
they're
tower is
posturing,
under
they want to
attack.
fight.
Radiant structures.
They
are
do.
fortified.
They want to come out.
Will be gone in 50. This Juggernaut is massive. I love the build on it. Manta style to be able to get rid of the silences, possibly
Radiant's
disarm,
middle
a
tower
lot of
has
slows, and then Maelstrom just feels very good. You know, it's either Battle Fury or Maelstrom. Maelstrom is like a cheaper Battle Fury. It also pierces through evasion against the Phantom Assassin, which I like.
Quicksilver.
Invisibility.
You like that tier, that neutral?
When it first came out, I felt like I don't want to buy that, not buy that. I don't want to carry that.
Yeah.
Because usually I'm a 3, 4, 5 player and didn't get much value out of the item, but it's a real good carry item. Let's say Honor Braid King, his skellies are always on cooldown, so he gets the move
Radiant
speed
structures
and the
are
attack
fortified.
speed. A lot of
Radiant's
value for
bottom
certain
tower
hero.
is under attack.
Jug just about completing this MKB, going Maelstrom Manta MKB. I like this build. Phantom Assassin's going to have to be careful, despite the fact that Jackie sits top. The net worth was at 1.2k ahead of this Jug. Now only a couple hundred. Said they stopped putting arm out. Sign that the game has changed. So they definitely haven't used all their tips.
He also built Force Staff. Possibility to break the coil, get himself out of the trouble, save the teammates. Okay-ish. Not a big fan of the Force Staff on the mid laners, because what you want to have from your mid lane is pretty much scaling. But in this particular scenario, I think it could work. You know, like Yule Scepter could have been a better idea. Get rid of the roots. Get rid of the silences. Force Staff doesn't give you that.
He's also building into the Ag.
Ag is fine. Like, you want to have Ags.
Dire's
Great
top
setup for
tower is under
Echo,
attack.
Juggernaut, Omni Slash. I see Aghanim Scepter queued up on Jug, which means that they're going to be like a mini slash as well. We can call it a quickie or mini slash.
Swifter.
Sure.
Dire's top tower is under
And Malice is
attack.
down. That's already broken. Not exactly what they want in that situation. They're trying to get a BKB on the Death Prophet. They already have one with Phantom Assassin. Thunder thinking about going after Armel. Silence and 100 move speed. Has nothing doing right now. Blade Fury right on top of the Death Prophet. In trouble. Fury drop right on top of the Underwood as well as the Death Prophet. Supernova's in a great spot. The fight is moving away from that. With the Echo Slam, looking for the Dark Grave. Do they have the time? Yes, they do, but Cuckoo and Zephyr are already dead. But they got the Phantom Assassin out, and that's the big point there.
We've seen that today already, where one team has like 6k gold lead, and the enemy team is in full control of the game. They are the one who are dictating the tempo, deciding where the team fights are gonna be. So this is the same thing that's happening here. Like the TNC, they were 5k gold down, and now they are the ones putting the pressure on the map and making aggressive moves. next Roche may respawn in 50 seconds. I see a courier inside. It's Cuckoo's courier. But they want to be able to see when it respawns. TNC has a very, very good Roche taking lineup.
This is really tough, and it all turned around off that first Roche. I think that was really the turning point where TNC felt like, you know, now they've got this Aegis and they've turned the game.
Most of the teams, I think, would not contest there, but TNC, a lot of experience on that team. They're like, yeah, we're going in. You know, we'll fight around it, reset after a couple of spells were used, and then take a fight, 2 buybacks committed. A lot of investment, but it paid off.
They got out in the positive. The investment, accrued interest, and, well, now they lead the game by just a little bit of net worth. Jug is about to pass Jackie on the net worth. I mean, this is pretty unbelievable how well they've done to just pull this game back. Primal Roar comes in, and they found Whitemon, freezing field, trying to survive the armor. The armor, and up to the Malice, Whitemon!
He actually gets him. Like, this is so insane.
1v1. Owen.
One versus one was the start, but then the other players came in and kicked him while he was down.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Basically, call an ambulance, but not. Fissure, silence, totem, lockdown on the Cuckoo,
Dire's
but
top tower is
not
under
committed.
attack. Dire
Thinking
are
about it.
scanning.
Double damage.
Dire's structures are
What
fortified.
used by the Dire side is T1 pressure the top tier 2. They also dropped a ward on the high ground with Radiant Bane. Not sure if anybody
Dire's
caught that on
top tower
T1,
is
but
under
there is
attack.
that vision.
May
Zephyr
you
ends up
ride
dead
on never
to Armel.
He has that charge, roll up, you know, being magic immune, coil with the Ags is 8 seconds, so kind of tough to live. Also, there was a double damage and pot, so something that also helps out quite a lot. Phantom Assassin did not go for Desolator this game. Like, you get kind of a budget Deso from Orb of Corrosion.
Right.
She has level 20 talent, -3 armor, was holding
Radiant's courier has been
the
killed.
minus armor neutral item as well, Orb of Destruction, but now she just wants more status resistance.
Radiant
which
are
I'm a big
scanning.
fan here against the silences, against the Earthshaker combo. If he gets a good jump, like with Echo, you still have enough time to actually pop a BKB, because status resistance should be around like 40%. Checks. Wait, what does it
Radiant's
say?
bottom tower is under attack.
That's just 12%. It's not 12. Well, interesting.
The numbers not quite lining up.
Like SNY gives extra 25. Yes. I don't know. It's just bug. Still in beta.
Fissure out, totem as well. Right on Carl, who is bottom. To the team, though, they're smoked in
Big
top.
prize.
If they could get a pick off, Roche could be theirs. We'll see. Basher finished on the Phantom Assassin, and they're looking to get that Abyssal. It'll be potentially a game-changing item for the Phantom Assassin to get to it, but it looks like TNC, they're grouping up, ready to smoke. They're gonna move forward. TNC. It looks like more than enough time. But Primal Roar, that's getting used on Carl.
As buyback available in the Dark Rift.
Supernova, but the egg right next to the Phantom Assassin. Keith taking him out of damage. Gavin, the egg's gonna go off. Now the Outbreak comes back. Jackie as well. Cuckoo to get the triple kill. They'll take out both. And again, a fight to the road. That goes well. Echo Slam.
Good force stab.
Oh, is it enough? Gabby low on health, but has that healing ward. It gets killed. Now Carl heals around him.
Another buyback.
He's gonna help Cuckoo. He buys back. Fissures walking across it, gets to the low ground, and again focusing the attention on a Whitemon. Roshan gets the kill. He'll take that one. Cuckoo comes in. One fights back. They've got the silence onto the Earthshaker. They look over as the Finals locks him off. Down goes Tim's.
That's 3 buybacks, but Q's gonna pick it up. There's no DP
Dire's
ulti.
courier has been killed.
No
I'm
Phantom
not
Assassin
sure
for
if-
45 seconds.
Yeah, these buybacks are valuable for T1. Yeah, they stop the Roche. If they can somehow manage to survive, get the Phantom Assassin online so she can pick up the Aegis, then it's worth it. If she doesn't get it, it's really not. But Gabby has another healing ward ready, so I expect them to go inside the pit again.
Hawk, Courier, all spot this. 20 seconds. So the Phantom Assassin is there. They've got the silence as well as the Crit Storm. Still working with that healing ward, getting up, nothing down to full health. Very exciting. Blade Fury forcing away. Two swirls out on the two. One cutter coming in. Now looking over, back to Gabby. Keeping out of the fight. The Dream Coil's not going to get them the kills on a white line as well as Cuckoo. Spirit Siphon arm out. Look at the sword crest. And now the blue slash bounces around. Don't have Omniscience available. They'll get the kill on a white line. They'll take out Cuckoo. Now 2 heroes without
Radiant's
buyback. This is
bottom
really
tower
falling
is
apart
under
for the side of T1. They know the Phantom Assassin got hit with. They look over and think the right clicks coming in, but he survived. Firestorm down right on top of him. Stifling dagger that's thrown up at Gabby. Striking, gets the kill. Dark Boost out. Jackie, can you survive? They're trying to leave. They're thinking about going, and they do ditch.
They bail, so let's see the healing ward
Radiant's bottom
available
tower
in
is
3
under
seconds.
attack.
Once again, didn't get the talent instead went for the attack speed, but just keeping the healing ward outside the pit.
Angelier.
He needs to go. Like, you suicide for this.
So he's going for it. Roll up, trying to survive, bouncing around, finding time, swashbuckle, switch slash, move the kill on the set for White Monster. Aegis is picked up by Gabby.
Decision making by TNC around the Roche pit is just much better than T1.
Yeah.
Like, the understanding when they need to reset, get out, get back in, even after using a couple of buybacks. Tims was a bit hesitating with his buyback. Finally decides to use it. They secure a couple of
What
kills.
is this?
Phantom
A game
Assassin,
of some sort?
after having so much free time, like, you don't really feel she's delivering.
No, and you're getting kills around the fight on like KP and sometimes on Tims, but it's not those heroes that are crucial to getting you what you're there for, and that's Roche.
Now, Gabby, holding on to Aegis, also has a Blade Fury Shard upgrade, which is insanely good. Movement speed
Radiant's
and
middle tower
you
is
attack
under attack.
once per second. Dealing less damage, but still okay. Your procs work. Double damage bottled up. You need to be careful about the Swift Slash with the BD. I see Phantom Assassin trying to get Aghanim Scepter, lower the cooldown on the Blur, which is going to help out against the Swift Slash, against the Omni Slash. It's a 10-second ability, and Juggernaut might struggle against that, but White Monster is pretty dead on the bottom.
Yeah, Waning Rift, Illusory Orb, eventually dead, now gone for 47 seconds. Turn their attention towards bottom, all of a sudden they have an 11k lead, no buyback for anybody on T1. So if they were to lose a fight at this point, it looks like they'll just end up calling the game. The question is though, these fights have been close.
Wow, the damage from the Force Staff again.
Great vision from Tim. Keeping locked up. Now they're going through. Omni Slash bouncing around, going over to his Death Prophet. Zephyr trying to survive. Down for 65. The Supernova goes off. 2 heroes alive to the side of T1. A lot dropped there by TNC, but they're still willing to go. They've got the Aegis on the jump.
Great coordination by TNC. Armel makes space for Cheese. Puck puts it in his inventory instantly, uses it, replenishes mana and the HP. Quick Slash still ready with the double damage going on. They need to be careful. Like, it's a ton of damage. They need the spell.
Alright, now starting to leave. Tier 3 still standing. Not awful if you think about it, but still on the cusp of just blowing up
Keeping
in their
that
face.
PMA mentality.
You
Have
try.
to find something positive. You know, it's a 10k gold lead. They still have Aegis.
This should make my life
Man,
easier.
Armel, after struggling in the early stages, managed to recover so well. He's almost farmed as Phantom Assassin right now. Didn't die for, I believe, it's like
Quickly as I go.
25 minutes.
Yeah. They lead Tim
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
fainting the fissure a few times.
Surprise.
Now the totem continuing to lock up this Underlord. And balanced. Can they go for this? They take the tier 3. You can tell TNC again, every time they've had this Aegis, obviously it's just twice. Every time they've had it though, they've been wanting to make moves and stay postured forward, play the other side of the map.
I want to see them making an aggressive move. There's still a minute and 30 seconds left on that Aegis. Healing ward up again.
Clever for TNC.
Now give that to Jug
passed over
straight
to the
away.
With the passive
A very
too?
good item. So Orb of Destruction, still keeping that in his backpack, you know, in case, let's say you're going for the drone rush, you want to have that, but no, just the spin, get some damage on the melee barracks, wait for it to be available again. 50 seconds until Aegis is reclaimed.
Fury though, Gabby taking a lot of damage. Aegis is popping away from his team. Team though, as the Echo ready to go. So you need to be very careful. And they'll use the Echo, but don't do that lined up with the Fissure. He's bouncing around, and now he's got the Fissure on the way. Couple to get the cover through as well as the turn of the Supernova goes off. He's dead for 65, no buyback. Not sure the timing on it. I kind of lost track because I think the Fissure was melting as he used the Echo trying to keep those heroes locked up.
Might have been hit by something. I was just watching Gabby. He's going to be able to get out. So now he is in once again. Omni Slash. Oh, Mini Slash is ready. That's just straight up dead. I mean, light one. What did you think is going to happen?
That extra armor is only in your ult, sir. And that is 40 seconds without the Crystal Maiden, but TNC, they back off. Right now, T1 live another day. At least for now. Things are definitely getting dangerous for them.
Regeneration!
Mel,
Radiant's
go pick
bottom
that up.
barracks are under attack.
4-2 and 18 on this puck. Now Fissure coming in.
Gabby dropping so low.
Abby on the run. Zephyr swashbuckle. The healing ward to the Manta. Now the Swift Slash takes out Zephyr. Jackie looking for a way to just kill off Gabby, but he just doesn't have the opportunity. Carl goes down to Armel. Jug survives it all.
I think he actually dodged the swashbuckle there. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe he didn't hit, but also healing ward. Perfect timing, you know, get them a bit of extra HP. They have so much sustain, like healing ward, Phoenix, Sunwraith, keep him alive. Phoenix also finished the E on this, so he's pretty safe against any kind of a jump. E on Disc is fine, but you know, if you're in a range of Dagger from Phantom Assassin, it just might
Radiant's top
proc
tower
your
is under attack.
E on Disc with one spell, which is something that you do not want to see. Phantom Assassin, use up Divine Rapier. I love that. You're in a situation where, you know, it's not going well for you. You need to try to think how to come back into the game. At TNC right now, I don't think they need to force too much. They should check if there's buyback available on the Underlord, which is not. 600 gold away from it. Man, the Active and Juggernaut is insane with that leveler.
Yeah. Got Omni-Slash available. Split slash. There's the Rolling Thunder. Sunray right on top of the Jug, keeping him alive. There's the Station talking about it, and it's really helping keep this Jug healthy. But there's the Cycling Dagger. Coming down. They have the Delta, the kill, the Gabby. They take out the Jug with the BKB pop here by the Phantom Assassin. They got themselves one. Go to freezing field, but Armel, Stifling Dagger, phase shifted, and, well, they lose Jug. He doesn't have buyback.
This is why I said that they need to just poke, see what's going to happen, because Juggernaut still dies. There's a ton of minus armor coming out from Phantom Assassin talent, Orb of Corrosion, Pangolier, Orb of Destruction, that's like AoE minus armor combined with the Swashbuckle. Let's see when the Roche is going to spawn. It's a long spawn, it benefits TNC much more.
It's a big one. T1 might have an opportunity to set up at the pit.
Timeless Relic for Earthshaker or Timeless Relic for Puck. I think you give it to Puck if you don't find a better item. So, you know, that Dream Coil is going to last for ages. Silences. Also, Lincoln Sphere finished on Armel. Armel just having a perfect game after a bad start.
Yeah, and that is Pentage Sword for the Phantom Assassin, a long Roche. That is not going to be available for T1 to take. It had come up quickly, and TNC was down the jug. They're down the jug for another 23 seconds. 4,400 gold for the Phantom Assassin with the Divine Rapier, trying to make something happen to get gold from nothing. Trying to become an alchemist in a way. Trying to make gold from nothing. You need equivalent exchange. See, maybe Divine Rapier.
Yeah, you sell Orb of Corrosion, you buy that Sacred Relic, and just be ready for the next fight. They don't know when the Roche is gonna spawn, they're not as smart as us, and all the guys observing from the in-game. We have the technology, they don't.
$1 billion man. We have the technology, we can rebuild him. TNC. Rebuilding after a deficit and working on putting it all together. Put a staple on this game, and they're up 15k. You're 1,000 gold away from the Divine Rapier for Jackie. Trying to farm top while TNC are wrapping
good
from
smoke.
behind.
Nice wraparound.
Carl, spider legs, now silenced. He spotted them.
Surprised he didn't go for a coil there. Underlord is the one who can bail them out with the Juggernaut. I still feel they have enough damage to take down one hero.
Could sell the Orb of Corrosion, get closer to the Divine Rapier.
Radiant's bottom barracks are
Find out,
under
maybe
attack.
try to fight right there. High risk, but you need to be high risk at this point. Now pushing in over mid is Gabby. Uber is home. Not
Dyer's
everybody came with
turret
it.
has been killed.
Python takes the outpost. Blink.
Oh, Jackie might get caught. He should be very careful. The Divine Rapier is done. Just keep it back to base. Like, this one could have backfired so easily.
He survives that. Can't believe it.
If he dies there, that's just, you know, game throwing. The game ends. You lose a Rapier. You don't have a buyback without BA. There's not enough damage. Roche will respawn in 2 seconds. There's a courier from Crystal Maiden. Not healthy, but doing the job, scouting things out. The battle of the couriers inside the pit.
Killed.
Now they know where Tims is. And silence. I think stop being that
Radiant's
stifling.
courier has been killed.
They need to be very careful. Again, they're fighting into everything. They're going to go thunder with the blink. The blink here already starting. You get the on the They're not going to have a jump to 99 seconds. KP over to the side. He needs to leave. Somehow T1, they get Gabby, and well, without a jug, this is feeling like, well, TNC have to concede a Roche.
It's not somehow, it's Divine Rapier combined with Coup de Grace. There's no buybacks on 2 cores, so, I mean, there's buyback available on Puck, but Jug doesn't have it, so I don't think you commit here. So that's Cheese, Aegis, and Refresher.
Obviously, they can see them doing it. They've got Earthshaker's courier in. Evacuate from the pit for a second. 60 seconds without the jug. They need to get this done. This is a big moment for T1 to try and get back into this game. And TNC are not even coming over, and they're not going to risk any lives. Letting T1 have it. That's Refresher. That's Aegis. All with the cheese ready to go for T1. Now you have a Divine Rapier, and it's not as scary to hold with an Aegis as well.
Yeah, they only lost melee barracks on the bottom. Well, let's see those crits. 2.6k. Not too bad, not too bad.
Could be more. I've seen better.
I've seen around 6,000, I believe, in one of the secret games.
Phantom Assassin back to the Ags potentially.
Yeah, that Ags with the Divine Rapier, refreshing cooldown on a Phantom Strike. That's brutal.
We'll see what Phantom Assassin can get done in terms of getting to that Ags. Do you go Ags and replace something, or are you going to buy out an Ags Blessing? I don't think you really have the space for it.
If you can farm the gold, sure. If you can't, I still would prefer holding Aghanim Scepter and removing the power threads, because you get a kill, your abilities refresh. With the Phantom Strike cast range, you are able to maneuver in and out of the fights anyway, so you're not that boots dependent as a hero.
Well, Deforestation from Zephyr with the Rolling Thunder, trying to spot someone. Buys 3 components of the Ags and will have that sent
I would
out.
love to see Vlad's being built just to have that lifesteal for Phantom Assassin. It's kind of a lot considering
Dire's
how much
bottom
damage she
tower is
deals.
under attack.
So either a Pangolier or if Crystal Maiden can somehow manage to actually farm it. Tinkerward plays. I don't think TNC wants to defend this tier 2 tower bottom anyway.
So,
Dire's bottom
yeah, bought the
tower
recipe
has
on the
fallen.
Ags. Blessing. Now needs 1,000 more gold. They're going to TP back. TNC
Dire's
playing
bottom
top.
tower is under attack.
Phoenix also going for 3 components still needed on that. Okay. You do you. And a lead for TNC.
That doesn't matter. At this point,
net worth is
it's
a number.
very irrelevant at this point because Phantom Assassin, one crit, 1 hit,
You what?
1 hero dead pretty much. 1 Eon disc done. On the Phoenix, is there anyone else going for the Eon disc? No, not at this point.
It's like, whose line is it anyway, where the points don't matter, except here it's where the net worth don't matter. Scenes from a hat, things you can do with the Divine Rapier. It's one shot, a lot of these.
Aghanims upgraded on Phantom Assassin, instant cast time on a blur, plus ability to refresh
Radiant's
your
top
abilities
tower is under attack.
after you get a kill.
Just for Cuckoo, who's been struggling in a lot of these fights. He's been the first casualty in a lot of them. You can see Phoenix really wants to get that Ag. They have not really been able to pop yet.
Yeah, Ags have been in a really nice place.
Jump Bissell, but with the Lotus, that bounces back to Gabby, scaring TNC enough where they need to leave.
D1 needs to make stuff happen. They still have a minute and 30 seconds. This is where they feel comfortable fighting into enemy team with the Divine Rapier and that Aegis still in their hands.
Wind Waker being built for the Underlord.
I love that item. Like, this item is very expensive, but we've seen yesterday in Chinese region, like Wind Waker being built. We've seen Shard on Batrider saving and pretty much turning the game around. For those who don't know, Shard on Batrider allows you to target allies, 20-second cooldown, and also gives 80% damage reduction on the allies that you used it on.
The least important part of that one.
Yeah, like I saved it for the last part.
Oh, no damage, you say? Sure. He's setting up here nearby. Rolling Thunder, that started as well as the Exorcism. They're going to want to fight into this, but they're kind of far behind. They need to close the gap. Here used by Gabby. Dream Coil is out. That's going to stop this Pangolier in his tracks. They use Exorcism, they use Rolling Thunder, and they don't get anything yet. Hamon just pops. And now the Abyssal way to follow it up. The Lotus Door, the silence is there. And they'll get the kill on Febby, taking out this Phoenix, making sure that they can slow down that Ags on the bird.
Radiant's
And
bottom barracks
they've
are
also
under
got no
attack.
Phoenix for 120 seconds.
Aegis is reclaimed, so Phantom Assassin holding on to a cheese right now. Where's that refresher? They had a refresher as well. Okay, Pango's still holding it. They can give that to that Prophet possibly, have another Exorcism.
Is under attack.
We were just observing this one super creep that has killed Arax and is now going for a
Dire's
shrine
middle
that used to
tower
be.
has fallen.
Oh, he's going ham.
Let's go. I think he's got it. Predictions in the chat? Yes, no. 1 for yes, 2 for no.
How many hits does he need? He needs like 20 hits.
How many hits does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Roll Tootsie Pop? I think it's going to be about 6 more. 2, 3, 4.
He got it.
All right, he's got it. Could get another one. All right, the tower's there. Enough of this.
Surprised they did not use Underlord ulti to gank that creep. He caused a lot of trouble.
He took 2 buildings. Just letting a super melee creep.
How lazy
do
is
like
that? You name a building, just a building in Dota?
Yeah. Just build it.
I'm pretty sure we could think of something better, right? Like in Warcraft 3, it was called what? Ziggurat from the Undying, Moonwell for the Sentinel.
could also
Also
go
known as
Stormcraft
Radiant.
route. Pylons.
Sure, whatever. That's copyrighted, but you know, we can think of something else.
Bleep that out. We're on delay. Hopefully. So we're getting to the point where it always feels like, yeah, it's 10 minutes in between 50 and 60, but you start thinking tier 5s. Games kind of slow down in between these points.
You love those
I love
tier 5 items. Like every single
lot.
time the game is around 50
Yeah,
minutes, you're
I'll
like,
always mention
oh
that.
yeah, tier 5 items coming out soon. That's 10 minutes of Dota still to be played.
We always get there.
Another Divine Rapier queued up on P8. Love that. Crystal Mayan, Blink Dagger. Someone, please buy Vlad. Old man Vladimir would really appreciate that.
Isn't his castle nearby? Vlad's
That's
castle?
Vlad Tepes. I'm not sure if whose full name is Vladimir. Bran Castle, Vlad Tepes, yeah.
Armel and Silence onto the Pangolier. Now up in the air, they've got the speeder that can onto the Crystal Maiden as well as the Death Prophet. They get the kill on Armel very quickly. The damage coming out from Jackie. Really well. Silence on the Gabby. Pops the mansion now. Towards the Blade here trying to get away with the exorcism. Pop on the Death Prophet. They'll go after both Bevy as well as Gabby. Bevy trying to TP away into the screen.
Good Fisher.
Oh, they got him. They'll stop the TP. The Fisher's not enough. Kim Allison's there. And down goes Jackie. Or down goes Bevy to Jackie, who's on a killing spree. He was in those before he was away.
Thought he was gonna get out. Well played. Man, these Divine Rapier games, Phantom Assassin has enough money to buy another one.
Do you get it? Do you
Sure,
get it?
why
Do you get
not?
it and hold it, or do you get it?
You can
Farm
put it in the
buyback
backpack,
Yeah.
you know, just lock it. Possibly swap the power threads with just a Sacred Relic and unlock it in a fight after you get like one kill possibly. But if you get the Aegis, unleash the Kraken. Full power, all in.
Unleash the crack. Could be what we see from Jackie next. And this is now a net worth lead for T1. TNC, they certainly had their opportunities, and we saw Armel, who dies in that fight. He died in like 2 shots.
Yeah, Gabby also. Like he's sitting at 24 armor. Like his armor's not that high, to be honest.
No death.
Because he does not have any like edgy items.
Right.
There's no butterfly. Going into Swift Blink, which is okay. Has Nullifier to proc those Eon discs, possibly Ghost Scepters, Glimmer Capes. Like Nullifier is just a great item. Also, it's gonna be very good against the Wind Waker if he can get that on the target. And Wind
This'll come in
Waker,
handy.
big fan. This item has a lot of value. You can use it on your allies. You can't move your allies as you can move yourself, but still just casting a Cyclone, sometimes 2.5 seconds, could make a lot of difference.
We've seen it make a lot of difference in situations like this. The extra LGD game specifically. That was Wind Waker Party. Now again, T1 coming through mid. Fisher hits on the Cuckoo. Illusory Orb jaunts to it. Waiting rip from the phase shift into a blink out. Armel thinking about it. He had the team nearby. Scouts a little bit. Roche in a couple seconds. That's going to be Aegis, Cheese, Refresher Shard, Ag Blessing, the whole kit and caboodle. Ready to go for whoever.
Bit of Malice lasts for so long after Underlord hits level 25, the talent. It's just extra 0.65 seconds. Roche going down very quickly. Good Fisher actually blocking them all.
Now the totem, Cuckoo's gone. Aegis into the hands of Jackie. They'll buy back on the death pump. They'll look over to White who's really low, trying to get out of the fight, trying to survive, maneuver his way. But there are the axes. They'll get the cone of the Crystal Maiden. They'll buy back on Cuckoo. They haven't lost everything just yet inside the TNC, but Armel on the run. One more shot with the Spirit Siphon. Cuckoo gets
Jackie's
the
not
kill on
attacking
Armel.
anything. Like
Now
Jackie's
Carl.
a slug. He's slower than the Underlord. Doesn't have boots at the moment. Like just jump. Like he sees Like, keep up the BKB inside the pit. I think he could have
Radiant's
swapped like either
courier
S and Y or power treads in just to have a bit
Dire's
more
courier has been
move
killed.
speed. Good Fisher. I want to see that fight again because I'm pretty sure he should be able to have any kind of vision to jump on something, anything.
Yeah, just never really jumps here. Pit of Malice locks up Armel. He silenced Fissures. Echo Slam.
He
Dire's
Echo
middle
Slammed.
tower is
Okay,
under
so
attack.
that's why I was like, yeah, he had time to actually use it, but Echo Slam, great Fisher from Tim's.
And on top of that, Underlord, he gets the Ags. Blessing picks that up. 7,000 gold here, and this top using that exorcism,
Dire's
trying to push in
middle tower
9k
is under
move to
attack.
T1. TNC, they've got Armor with buyback ready. The question is he going to end up using it or holding it? They just concede at least a tier 3, maybe a set of racks, wait for the exorcism to end. They've got the Fissure and the Totem. That's
Oh, my
two.
finest creation, says Ice Frog.
Dire's middle tower
You don't even have to stand on the Fisher. Like, that's the most beautiful part. Like, you can just stand wherever they get near the Fisher. On green for Timeless Relic, pretty much.
has
Always bell.
And he is level 25.
Lotus Orb and 2 right clicks from Jackie to blow up Bambi. He's got buyback too. Fisher comes in, that hits under the Phantom
Radiant's
Assassin as well.
top
The Underlords are
tower
thinking
is
about it
under
now.
attack. Dire's
But
middle
still
tower.
holding on to the Puck 5. They don't have Dreamcoat to work with. They don't have this Puck. They only have 3 heroes here. Lockdown though, everybody was up. Could have led to something more.
They have to be careful about Earthshaker. Has that Timeless Relic, so 25% debuff duration, longer stuns. And he hit level 25, so minus 1.5 seconds on Enchant Totem, which brings it down to 2.6.
KP, he's out far. Jackie spots him. They're looking in, and that's why they get a kill. They get a kill onto the Beastmaster. Down again, has buyback. Everybody but the Jugs got it.
You can actually use Fisher, Totem, Echo Slam, Totem, Fisher, into Totem again. So you can lock them down for a very, very long time.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Cuckoo.
13,000 golden Phantom Assassin.
Comes out as well. The Fisher that's going to land onto that Prophet as well as the Phantom Assassin. Wind Waker, you can see that Cyclone bringing him back. Primal War is used. As well as the Omnislash bounce around. It's only hitting under the Underlord. Now goes back over to Cuckoo. They get a kill out of his Death Prophet. Blade Fury right on top of Jack in the feet. DPC popping trying to get the damage over the Cruiser.
He's stunning the whole team.
They got a stun on the entire side. So T1 fires the roll off the Cruiser or the Death Prophet. They get back up the Underlord. Cruiser that's moved on to the side of T1. Jackie trying to fight his way through the Dark Rim. Jackie trying to survive. Now he's got him. So
Another Fisher.
Cyclone up in the air. They get the gun attack. Turbo kick out Jackie. He's done. Drops the Divine Rapier. That gets picked up. Carlwell back to Judgment.
Oh, you're not getting anywhere.
And he is stunned up, killed off. See you later, and got you are. As you bought
All right,
back
I'm
into this.
calling it right now. Earthshaker Shard upgrade is the most broken thing in Dota right now. Man, the amount of work that Tim's did with that Timeless Relic, level 25 talent, he's just
A prize.
stunning the whole team on the Fisher. Like,
What?
it's actually insane.
Totem, Omni bounces back over to the Underworld somehow from
Another
such a
Fisher is
distance.
available. Then he uses a Totem, stuns everyone.
I do not do
Totem
not
again.
thank.
And then Echo, like, it just doesn't stop. Fissure again, Totem. Oh my god.
Like, Fisher duration is 8 seconds, 9.8 second cooldown. It's just insane. Like, you have less than 2 seconds downtime on the Fisher, and you can keep stunning people.
Picks up the Divine Rapier. I will say though, he's got the Divine Rapier, but we are at 60 minutes. And like we said, net worth, it doesn't matter.
So
It just matters who's alive.
yeah, PA has enough money to buy another Divine Rapier.
I'll be back to finish this later.
Let's check the buybacks. So, only 2 buybacks available, Puck and the Earthshaker. So, yeah, I mean, if they just go mid, it's a possibility. Like, whoever loses the next game, loses the fight, loses the game, pretty much.
I think the big issue, no buyback, 3 heroes. Can they defend long enough? A couple of quick off some Cycling Daggers, and yeah, I mean, down, no Underlord for 90, no Death Prophet for 50. Yeah, we're at the 60-minute mark, but I don't know who's gonna match. Finally, Odessa. So divine.
He's going all in.
Dire are scanning.
I mean, you have to.
Yeah. Only Thunder, who are now trying to come in, roll up. Now the right click's coming through. They've got the Dream
He almost
Ball
one-shot
down,
Tims.
and now looking to get the rest. They've got the Figure. Here comes the Team Joe. They've got the Totem. They've got the Echo. They have the Future. They've got the damage. And they get the kill. The check. They'll take him out. And he'll drop another Divine Rapier into the hands of TNC. Just like that. It looks like someone had it. But off the back of Tim's and the very fair and balanced shard of Earthshaker.
Yeah, you also have a True Strike on the Enchant Totem, don't forget that. So Follies land a hit on the Phantom Assassin. There's like 700-800 damage coming out from that spell. Yeah, Earthshaker, thank you Ice Frog, but yeah, most of the time I think whenever Earthshaker is actually picked,
I'm the dark in a dead stand. for T1, so can I just like
Not.
TNC Predators turn.
Crystal Maiden.
Dire team pick.
Mars!
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. TNC Predators turn.
Praise King!
Dire team back. TNC Predators turn to ban. Seconds. Dire team back. TNC Predators turn to ban. Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team back. Dire team pick. Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. TNC Predators turn.
Beastmaster!
Dire team pick.
Shadow Demon!
Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. TNC Predators turn.
Lion!
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. TNC Predators turn. Red Rider! Dire team ban. Ten seconds remaining. TNC Predators turn to ban. Dire team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. TNC Predators turn to pick. Ten seconds remaining. Dire team pick.
Phantom Assassin.
Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
In the spirit.
Choose your hero. Prepare for battle.
Big you can start, as always.
Yeah, you know.
So yesterday,
So yesterday, I was
I'm the
chopping some trees
immaterial
down.
girl.
It's divination through reading the rings in the trees. All right, sure. Sorry.
Wish I'd learned.
Let's get started.
Even a
Game number
master
2 here.
falters.
I'll get into the story. Teams are running at it. I don't have time.
he was lying. They're very close, but you know, they're not that close. We still had like 20 seconds.
The stories are just getting tired, I think. Maybe.
Our predictions are
30
gonna be,
seconds to
I'm a bit favoring
I'm going T1.
TNC. TNC for me, you know, just to be the prediction king at the end of the day. I like this PA. I don't think Batrider has any hard matchups here. Once he goes in with a lasso, there's like only possibly a Beastmaster Roar. Also Cuckoo, interesting build on him, starting with the Belt of Giant Strength, Branch, and a set of Tangos.
Now they're
The
back.
battle begins.
With the slow stun comes in on the Oracle. You got Fig trying to run, Wraithfire Blast, Jackie was for the first blood, but instead will be picked up by Zephyr. Zephyr gets first blood on Febby. You saw this Lion, we walked into the room and you were like, Lion? I like Lion. I think he's a good hero. I know
We
that's
might
not the
see
fair
more of a
opinion.
Lion, considering how old the spirits are popular. So you want to see a Hex, especially like the Storm Spirit, a lot of these maneuverable heroes, Puck especially. If you want to have that instant initiation, so much value from the Hex. Fabby TP'd back to the bottom lane, needs to be careful. If he dies again, his game is just completely ruined.
Yeah, so we'll see if they play aggressive on this Oracle. Talking about matchups, though, I want to talk Carl because we see this Ember a lot. And we usually say that Ember's pretty stable no matter what in the mid lane. Is that still the case up against the Batrider?
Batrider just pretty much kills everything. I've seen Batrider completely dominating the matchups. You need to be careful. He already has 5 Napalm charges, saving a point. You know, if Batrider decides to dive the tower, Searing Chains, something he needs to be careful about. Also, loving the build on a Batrider, Null Talisman instead of the Sage's Mask. That's more like Sedge Mask. I'm not sure. I think it was V who started doing it, and other players are copying it.
Right.
You don't get any stats from that. Like, it's just straight up mana regen. Like, you get more value from the Null Talisman because you get some intelligence, you get some strength. So, you know, extra, easier to last hit, to get some damage.
Well, back and forth between the Crystal Maiden there and the Shadow Demon.
You took off your glasses and then you're trying to figure out what hero that is. Good job, Beacop. Like, I'm really amazed.
They were really... I had to clean them off. And then I can't just stop doing, you know...
All right, for the next time, you know, you just check the lane before you take them off, see what heroes they are, then you take them off, clean them, keep talking. But that's just me, you know, I'm trying to keep things simple. Bottom lane, Beastmaster, a lot of slow, but yeah, not enough. This is not the CM plus Phantom Assassin that we've seen in the previous game from T1. There's slow, there's a bit more burst damage from the Oracle once he hits level 3.
I think there's also a lot more opportunity to have your aggression go poor because of the Beastmaster as well. You know, you've got stun that's going to come from the Lion, the slow's coming from the Boar. Beastmaster could take advantage of that. Like, it's not as easy to go in as it was in the last game for Jackie and White Mountain right?
They're going on Lion. Needs to be careful. Hex available, but there's a ton of Magic 1 charges. Just love that build on Lion. I mean, just in general on heroes.
Gets blocked by Jackie, and First Blood team's getting the first kill here. Now they're looking for the Wraith King. Don't have the damage on Jackie.
Interesting build on Wraith King.
Right clicks on a Zephyr, needs one more, and he's got the distance closer.
So Jackie gets a second point in Wraithfire Blast. I think 1 point is enough.
Even a
Not sure how many. I guess he wants to use Crystal Maiden Aura that they don't have.
Only level 2. So just the Frostbite and the Crystal Nova so far.
Yeah, it's standard on Crystal Maiden. but 2 points in Raid Fire Blast doesn't seem that good. Like, you have 4-second critical strike, so you should use that. Like 1-1-1 is much better.
Radiant structures are fortified.
1-0-2 also feels better to me. So yeah, still no point in Mortal Strike. Black and me were having a discussion coming to the office today, like, why do Raid Kings do that? Having that extra point with the Mortal Strike, you lifesteal off that. That's sustain, that's damage.
Even a master falters.
So no Aegis yet, just going the 2-2-0 build, so very different build for Raid King.
Three things.
Gabby so far 17 and 8, not popping off in this lane as much as we saw Jack.
Your place.
5 sticks.
Oh, Chain still chasing, only level 5, but Napalm's starting to stack up.
Even a
And
master
eventually he'll
falters.
give up on that chase on Carl. I say that, but Carl kind of hints at going back for a second.
Great move from
Dire's middle
Armel,
tower
completely
is under
zoning him
attack.
out and securing Bounty Rune, which will refill his bottle. And TNC, they want to get the top, also runes.
With the Wraith Fire Blast going in under KP. Ooh, she's surviving, and that's that off-lane bottle that's keeping him alive so far. He'll fill up that bottle with the Bounty Rune.
So yeah, is that 1, 2, 3 bounties there for TNC? Zephyr needs to be careful. You know, he misuses one of his spells. They are gonna go on him because there is no counterplay. Just some right clicks and the slow from the Beastmaster. Carl, level 5. Armel, as expected, having an upper hand in this matchup. 31 CS, level 6. Going straight into Boots of Travel, which I really like. I think the build here is Boots of Travel, into BKB, into Blink of 3 and 4. Just BKB is kind of a must-have. They have one BKB piercing ability, which is Primal Roar.
Again, double stun, but the Fortune's End keeps him close. Another Stifling Dagger onto the Lion, Purifying Flame. Do they have the extra damage with another Purifying Flames? Yes, they do.
Dire's
Will be
middle tower
Febby who
is
gets
under
the kill
attack.
eventually on the Zephyr. 3-1 here for TNC. Beastmaster building into the Necro Book. We've seen this a lot. We've seen a bit too of just straight Necro 3 no boots.
Most of the time that is. Just want to get that vision advantage, try to deward as soon as possible. Carl in a bit of a trouble, but it has that Fire Remnant to fall back to if he feels threatened, uses it straight away. So yeah, Raid King, 6 minutes in, not a single point in the Mortal Strike yet. There we go.
2-3-1.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
So I guess he feels pretty safe. Stun comes down onto the Phantom Assassin. They've got the Hex. Do they have the damage? The Hex runs out, but Gabby's life does too. So Zephyr and Cuckoo combine to get a kill on the Phantom Assassin. And speaking back on the Wraith King, he didn't hold that point. He immediately goes into the passive. That he must feel really comfortable to not hold that point for the reincarnation, right?
They have Observer Board right in front of him, so he just goes back if they decide to dive.
Radiant's
And
bottom
right now, I
tower is
think,
under attack.
you know, it's pretty safe for him to be in the lane, saving a point. Also, just farm the jungle bottom lane. Cuckoo
Dire's
is level
middle
6,
tower
so
is
I would
under
expect
attack.
them to try to make an aggressive move. Lion only level 4, no points in mana drain yet. Has mana regen coming out from Arcane Aura, so I guess that's why. And also has a magic stick. You know, PA will be spamming those daggers, so there will be enough mana regeneration, which I really like. Like, Lion's Hex level 1 is 30-second cooldown ability.
Oracle, and Jack is actually rotated. They go to the Primal Roar onto the Phantom Assassin. They change their target. Tries to get some distance. And here too, the disruption onto Jackie, but the right clicks. Tim's in so much trouble. Cuckoo's got 2, potentially 3. Gabby here with the Wraith Fire Blast. Jackie rips through him, but the final blow is
Radiant's bottom
Cuckoo's
tower
as he's
is
got
under
a
attack.
triple kill on this Beastmaster.
Well, they needed Batrider to TP. His TP was on cooldown, just came ready. That would be pretty big. Like, if Batrider was able to TP down, I think they can turn the whole thing around.
Dire's
There's
top
no
tower
roar,
is under
couple
attack.
of slows. A great rotation from Jackie, actually. You know,
Yeah.
he feels I don't want to be on the top anymore. Goes back to the bottom lane, puts another point in reincarnation as well, something we don't see very often. Mars Arena.
Slow, but White Mon.
Oh, that extra armor actually keeping him alive.
Radiant's bottom
Okay,
tower is
stays
under
there
attack.
5, but keeps KP under the tower.
Not a good trade.
Now Jackie, incarnation, he threw the stun, you know, with the help from Zephyr, turning
Dire's
this and
top
now
tower
looking to
is
just
under
take
attack.
Armel's life instead. Ooh, that was close too. Almost caught him without mana for a split second for that reincarnation, but well, Jackie was ready with the charges on the wand.
T1 has like aggressive supports compared to TNC. Both supports are kind of defensive. Shadow Demon can make some aggressive moves, but he's only level 4, trying to get himself to level closer,
Radiant's
at
top
least to
tower
level
is under
6 at the
attack.
bottom lane. Batrider has Boots of Travel ready, trying to find something. He needs to be the one making the move for the team. Him and Mars, their job is to keep them busy until PA farms. Maybe both supports very under-leveled.
Yeah, and they're struggling a bit. You know who's not struggling? Cuckoo. Who's
Lion.
dominating. Lion. Also
Dire's
Lion.
top tower is
He won.
under attack.
Just not struggling. Oh, I say that Crystal Maiden bottom of the network.
They can see the ancient stack. I don't think they can farm it. They don't have the heroes to do it, but they can take control of it. So Batrider comes in.
This is a
That's a
tough spot.
4-man rotation from
They need to get
T1.
something out of this.
Batrider actually helped them.
And might be able to take
Finger available.
Stun and Recrusions and Primal Roar. But they've got the spear. They'll match up White Mon. They get the kill on the Crystal Maiden. T1 just kind of leave. They do have level 6 now for Febby. False Promise available for the Oracle.
Both supports will be level 6. Thames just needs 1 CS, so they will have that Purge. Great against the Ember Spirit Shield, and just
Radiant's
slow
middle
in
tower
general
is under
works
attack.
really well. Cuckoo working towards the Book 3. No boots, as we already said. A kind of a standard build on Beastmaster these
Even
days.
a master falters.
Once they finish that,
Dire's top tower is
they
under
can
attack.
go and try
Dire's
maybe put
structures
some
are
pressure on a mid
fortified.
tower.
Mel, he's gotten some space up towards top. You wanted to see him be more active. Right now he's pushing a tier 1 tower. He's got boots of travel, trying to get to that Blink
Radiant's
Dagger.
bottom tower
When he
is
gets
under
that,
attack.
obviously they'll have that initiation.
Dire's top tower
They don't
has fallen.
necessarily need it if they can start with, like, say, Disruption or an Arena Spear.
I would prefer if he gets a BKB.
Instead of the Blink Dagger.
Instead of a blink, yeah. You can still run away, you're speedy enough with the Boots of Travel and Firefly to get the good initiation. Their heroes are
Dire's
pretty
middle
slow.
tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Mel gets bothered by Carl for a moment. Meanwhile, we've got Jackie leading the net worth. He's in a good position right now. With the Jelly picked up by the Batrider.
Late Jelly. Like, there's a big difference when you find Jelly 7 minutes in and
Radiant's
12
middle
and a half
tower
minutes
is
in.
under attack.
We'll consume the Jelly.
Radiant
Dire did not
structures
get
are
one.
fortified.
Venom Assassin, Batrider, both enjoying the fine
Dire's
tastes
top
of some
tower
Royal
is under
Jelly.
attack.
To Inferno.
Do bees electrically?
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
That's how you make the Royal Jelly?
A Royal Jelly is just the jelly that is fed
Dire's
to
top
Bee
tower
Queen.
is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Bee Queen, Bee Cop. I'm part of the net.
Yeah, you're there. Bee
I'm the
King.
Secret Service for the Bee Queen, Bee Cop, or Bee King.
Stealing the stacks?
Trying to at least. They've got the Hex out of the Mars, although Ember left. So they'll leave this Beastmaster by himself. Cuckoo's spree goes to Armel. It looked like they wanted to fight initially.
And then they realized whole team is there. If we roar, there's gonna be either false promise or a disruption. It's very hard for T1 to, you know, just isolate a single target if both supports from TNC are standing behind.
So they need to find a way to take up these supports before they can fight.
Sure, like if they get a good initiation, burst damage, they should have a better vision. On top of that, with the Beastmaster. Hawk and Necrobook is there.
Hawk going through to the Radiant side. But TNC, they're setting up towards the top end of the map. They've left
Dire's middle tower
the
is
Shadow
under
Demon
attack.
bottom. He's taking an open lane so far to get some farm. He's sitting top of the supports. King of the peasants, I guess, when you're top of the supports.
You can call them that, sure.
At least that's the way the carry would explain.
So Batrider has a Blink Dagger, Lasso available in 40. Wraith King, man. Wraith King as a hero just feels so strong right now. He's always gonna get his farm.
Right.
If he's forced out of the lane, just go to the jungle. If you're doing good, go to the jungle. Seems like jungle is the place to be.
Dire are scanning.
Not a truly dedicated jungler these days, but, you know, it's as close as
Dire's
it gets
top
at
tower
times.
is under attack.
This
Radiant
bottom tower is just gonna
structures are
fall.
fortified.
And they can take outpost 15 minutes in.
Yeah.
The rune of regeneration.
Skeletons
Radiant's
leading the
bottom
way.
tower
They
is
go
under
for the tier
attack.
2 tower. 400 health remaining. Not long for this world. Jackie
Radiant's bottom
soaking up a
tower
bunch of
is
that
falling.
damage, and with that tower, they'll get the outpost, but also the Wraith King will get a Radiance. It's nice. He's got, you know, the gloves of haste. He's got the Radiance.
It's a big timing for them. Necro 3, you have Wraith King with the Radiance, so you feel pretty strong. You would want to take a fight.
Never
Right
refuse
now,
gold.
TNC just feels a bit weaker at the moment, so for now, just dodging the fights if possible. Better with Boots of Travel, playing the opposite side of the map, so does Phantom with her new Battle Fury, working towards power treads, and I see Deso instead of a BKB, which I think is a correct play here. You have 2 defensive supports, so you don't have to invest into BKB straight away. Might change his mind, see how the game's gonna go. Right. Double damage. This might be a Roche for T1.
Depends how it gets played out. There's still a lot of good team fight here from TNC. Spot like the Roche did. I'm interested to see how T1 want to take it, because I would assume that they would feel obviously rough.
Radiant are scanning.
But a smoke from TNC. They don't have Blink Dagger on the Mars, so no Blink Arena, and I believe the smoke was broken. KP, not sure if he spotted different the Blink as well as the lasso coming out of the Wraith King. And then Reincarnation. Now really flop that arena. There's the arena coming through. Remnants back and forth. Jackie, though, here with a disruption going after the Ember Spirit. They've got Febby here to try and save. Trying to big Hurricane, locking up his Mars. Fainting that finger. They've got a freezing field from Whitemon. They'll get the kill to Febby, and that means it's open for business. It's hunting season for the side of T1. They'll go for the rest. They take out Tim's, and KP will drop when the false promise is over. When you take out those supports, well, season's open, and T1 go a-hunting.
Interesting arena from Mars, and then following up with the disruption. I guess he thought they don't have damage, but the whole arena timing was pretty much used in that fight. Not sure was Spear available, because he did not spear him.
He did have Spear available, never
Dire's
throws, it
top
gets
tower
stunned,
is
then
under
hacks.
attack.
Doesn't really have the
Radiant's
opportunity
top
to do
tower
it, and
is under
Phantom Assassin
attack.
just doesn't want to commit to this fight.
She still feels like I jump in out of the position, I might die.
Right.
So they
Radiant's
know
middle
Raiden doesn't
tower
have
is under
ulti for
attack.
another
Radiant's top
2.5
tower
minutes.
is falling.
Should try to make another move. Maybe, like,
Radiant's
idea
top
is
tower is
fine
under
if he gets
attack.
the spear off. I think they have enough damage to actually kill Wraith King, but he got hexed and the whole plan kind of backfired.
Dire's middle tower
Yeah, 2
is under
minutes here
attack.
until Reincarnation is up. But if you're not confident in a fight like that, do you feel comfortable? Obviously, you got the pickoff, but are you going to feel comfortable going for the Wraith King again? Because you got the first life pretty quickly, but...
Yeah, you did.
Dire's
but
middle tower is under attack.
BKBs need to be online.
Yeah.
So Batrider building 1, Phantom Assassin. It's like, okay, if the previous fight went their way, pretty sure
go
Phantom
Deso.
Assassin would just go Deso, exactly. Another lasso.
Lasso on the Ember. Spear. Quick kill on the Carl. White
Back into the arena. Nice bounce. That was such a nice done by Armel.
My hands.
Flame break, back into the arena.
Dire
This should be a
structures
tower.
are fortified.
3k gold lead. Man, Southeast Asian Dota is wild.
Is under attack.
You know, one team is just ahead, then the other team takes over, bouncing back. What's Lion building? He's going straight into Etherlands, no points in mana drain, which I really like. You know, you have all that
Dire's
mana,
bottom tower
so you
has
want to
fallen.
use that Hex duration
Radiant's
4
middle
seconds,
tower is
cooldown
under
12. With the cast
Dire's
range,
bottom
you also
tower
have
is under
mana
attack.
coming up from the aura, so you don't need that mana drain.
Radiant's middle tower
Hasn't used
is under
finger ones
attack.
yet. He's
Dire's
pelted,
bottom tower
fainted
is
it a
under
couple
attack.
times. He's pointed. He hasn't gotten, gotten fully through with it. Like you said, it's tough though.
He doesn't like pointing fingers at others, you know. It's your
Radiant's
fault
top
finger.
tower is under attack.
Kills Phantom Assassin.
Behold, a subtle burn.
3K for T1, but like you said, forward Southeast Asia, always like that. It's so fun. I don't know. I'm on that hype train right now.
Radiant's
think I'm
top
ever getting
tower
off.
is under attack. Radiant are
All
scared.
aboard that train. Phantom Assassin still 2k gold behind the Raid King.
Flame break.
Good flame break. Lasso not available, but yeah, this should be a secure kill.
Gabby finishes him off with Stifling Dagger. That's fine. Gabby re-queues the death. So, still an option when you go first item, Mithril Hammer. Well, it's always an option.
He's deciding, you know, let's check what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
We get the pick off. I get money for a Deso, use a career, we turn that into Roche. So that's why you start with the Mithril Hammer on a Phantom Assassin.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Team talent, the Wraith King, strength, going into an AC.
I'd gladly hit something.
AC after the Radiance and picks up the Hyperstone.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Okay.
Down with that. Just tanking up
Radiant's middle
the
tower
whole
is
team
under
with the
attack.
AC.
Dire's top
Batrider
tower is
very
under
close
attack.
to finishing the BKB. Phantom Assassin just finishers. D1, they're close. Very close to Roshan, Lincoln Sphere on Ember Spirit, so they need to be very careful how they're going to initiate the next fight.
I was about to ask, do you like that after the Maelstrom, that defensive item?
It's okay, yeah. It's the Batrider, you want to have something defensive. There is a low cooldown ability that can actually block.
Fire Blast going after Gabby. And now the spear, that connects on Carl.
There's the
But
finger.
There's the finger, taking out Bebby. No longer a save available with the False Promise. But he does have buyback if necessary. TNC thinking, do we still go in? Hit by the tier 2 tower. Clean up the creeps. T1, they can back up towards Roche. That's where Jackie's going in. And let's see if they can take this. Only 10 seconds till the Oracle is back up, and this Roche is not fast.
Nowhere enough for 40. That's their big team fight ulti, but still feels like they want to take a fight. Two fresh 10-second BKBs. If they get a good jump, let's say on a Cuckoo, that's kind of a perfect target. Whitemon, he might just straight up die.
Might sacrifice his life for the greater good, and now we're running up those steps and getting the smoke broken. However, now Jackie, he runs away from the fight. Himself right on top of Heavy. There's the save, getting the kill onto his Phantom Assassin. There's no save ready to go. They've got the last one on a Cuckoo, but it's not going to be enough. The fortune's ever so him as well as Carl. Now the False Promise, maybe he uses it on himself, so they'll lock him down. They'll do some damage. So after the False Promise, he doesn't end up living. They're also looking over at Tim's because they know that Baby did her right. They get the kill onto the Shadow Demon. They'll look over at the Mars who's trying to run. Oh, slowed down for a second. Necro Creep's trying to catch up with that boar. Cuckoo, he's got a salve, so he's still looking to fight. KP slowed up before it hit him, so this is a problem. Arena Hex and the kill. Oh, the stun. Can they get him? It's waiting until the arena's gone.
He got the Blank
And
Dagger, so that's what matters. It should be a free Roche for T1. A bit disconnected how they initiated this fight. First, they don't kill off Crystal Maiden. Then they use Disruption on the Raid King. 10-second BKB duration popped by a Batrider trying to chase Wraith King. Don't even get it. Using Disruption on Wraith King is fine, so you get that Radiance, a bit more damage in a team fight, but your Oracle needs to be able to save Phantom Assassin. Also, Phantom Assassin needs to be very careful about how she's using the Phantom Strike. Has that cast range talent. Last time I checked, Oracle doesn't have one, so, you know. False Promise, you need to be very close level 1 to use it.
Yeah, it is tough with such a short available cast range. Gabby, though, uses the BKB, so commits to it instead of that Deso, but does have the first Mithril Hammer going for the Deso. Still trying to keep up with both the Ember as well as the Wraith King. As Wraith King just the plate mail away from the AC.
Wraith King is just an insanely good farmer. So far, 0 deaths on Jackie, having pretty much a perfect game. Staying on top of the network, involved in half of the kills,
Radiant are
doing
scanning.
his job, getting the levels. Once you get to that level 18, reincarnation is 40 seconds, so you pretty much fight all the time with the team.
Up top with Gabby. They're away from this quite a bit. Cleaning up these creeps and then moving over towards bottom is Carl. He's trying to get himself an axe. 1,500 gold away from that.
Radiant's
6K
middle tower
lead
is under
for
attack.
T1 to lock down these bounty runes. One for each team so far. And a second for Febby. Jackie will make it two apiece. Okay.
Radiant's middle tower is
Like
under
not scared of the
attack.
trees, waiting for somebody to maybe go after this Wraith King. Jackie just continuing to farm up and will have the plate mail.
Radiant's courier
Just a
has
little
been
bit of gold.
killed.
After that bad fight when they initiated on Wraith King, didn't kill him the second time, TNC kind of just playing a slow game.
Yeah.
Batrider split pushing, Phantom Assassin trying to get the farm on the map to get herself closer to level 20 and the Desolator, so that's gonna be where the damage is gonna come from. They need to be able to get in and out of the fight with
Radiant's
the lineup
top
like
tower
this.
is
Multiple
under
saves,
attack.
Oracle's False Promise, Edict,
Radiant
Disruptions,
structures
Blink
are fortified.
in and out. They can't
Dire
really fully
structures
commit
are fortified.
into 5-on-5 right now.
Radiant's
There's
middle
Reincarnation,
tower is
level
under
3,
attack.
Aegis on Ember Spirit, so they're basically playing 5 versus
Radiant's
7.
top tower
Yeah.
is under attack.
So in a really tough spot next for the Wraith King is the Abyssal Blade. It just seems like the death from 1,000 cuts for TNC at the moment
Radiant's
with how
top tower
the
has
pace
fallen.
is. And there's a smoke from T1, so they'll cross through mid. And
Radiant's top
Mars
tower
actually
is under
just
attack.
blinked both, so he's in a lot of trouble. They've got the damage, they'll have the Hex. There's the Remnant forward from Carl, now dominating. Quick little kill on KP. Carl does have that Ags.
Radiant's middle tower
Work with.
is under attack.
T1 is just getting so much out of the map right
Radiant's
now, getting a
middle
pickup
tower
here
has
and there, controlling most of the
Dire's
map
bottom tower
with the
is
boars,
under
with the
attack.
hawk. So TNC very limited where they can fight. The roar available, but does not want to pop it straight away. He saw Oracle. He's like, nah, Balin.
Yeah, but there's the Wraith Fire Blast on a Febby, and he
Radiant's
will
middle
false
tower
promise
is under
himself. That opens up Gabby as a target, or even Armel. Gabby's gonna try and get away. The BKB's been popped by the Batrider.
Roar still available. Yeah, Batrider's also gonna die if he gets caught.
Yeah, Primal Roar comes in, BKB is done, and so is the life of Armel.
Radiant's middle tower is
Really
under
well done there
attack.
by T1 again. Methodical about how they're approaching this. They see the Oracle, they don't force anything.
And while all this is happening, you have Ember Spirit in your base with the double damage, for example, with 3 towers.
Zephyr, Sleight of Fist coming through. Gabby popping the BKB. Whoa. So he'll pop it, and that's his 10-second BKB now
Radiant's
down
middle
for
barracks
another
are
minute
under attack.
while they're sieging your high ground.
This is just a set of barracks. AC against buildings, minus armor,
Radiant's middle
Beastmaster
barracks
aura.
is fallen.
They're actually gonna go bottom.
Radiant's middle
I'm not
barracks
surprised.
are under
If
attack.
they lose this fight, they might call the game. There's no tier 2s available.
Radiant's
Wraith King
bottom tower
needs to be
is under
careful a bit.
attack.
Yeah, he does. Getting really low. He'll lose that first life now, down for 35 seconds. That backs him off enough, but
It's a 40-second cooldown ulti.
lose melee racks mid. TNC, what are their outs right now?
I see Divine Rapier on PA. That's your way out, or way in, whatever you want to call it. You need a farm for another like 3-4 minutes to be able to get it. Your farm is very limited at the moment. Cloak of Flames. Yeah. Ember Spirit with the Cloak of Flames feels really good.
Yeah.
On top of the Radiance, just overtime damage coming out from these items and abilities is insane. Phantom Assassin finds Orb of Destruction, so decides to keep that one instead of some status resistance, damage, and magic resist coming out from Titan Sliver. She can't get out of the base. It's very tough for TNC to find any farm on the map. One observer ward outside the base, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah, you know, you're trying to farm that Divine Rapier, but when you can't really leave your base to get that gold, it becomes a struggle. Remnant's forward, Searing Chains, axes in from the Beastmaster. Carl with another kill, he's unstoppable.
If your Marsdars like that, you need to be able to get some farm on your Phantom Assassin. Like, they just show 2-3 heroes, but they also have an outpost to TP to, so that's a bit tricky.
Armel with BKB pop, but that's, again, just a defensive BKB to survive. It really is starting to all come up Millhouse right now for T1.
This'll come in handy.
I'm starting to question where the answers are, and obviously that's in the Divine Rapier, but we keep seeing every time they try to sneak out and farm a little bit, they get punished. Phantom Assassin's going to try and something here. Has to be protected by the entire team just to get a couple of creeps. It's a really bad situation to be in. Minimum Roche respawn timer will
50
be
seconds?
50 more seconds, yeah.
Yeah, so T1 will take that one. I'm not sure if TNC can contest it. They lose a fight, they lose a game inside of it. Playing into Cheese and Aegis is just tricky, so try to farm up that Divine Rapier and Phantom Assassin. Also, interesting choice of the talent, going for 35% for evasion, so that gets her to 80. Against Beastmaster, Summons, and the Boar, it's okay, but Raid King will eventually, like, that's normally his item build when he's playing into Phantom Assassin, get that MKB so you can land those hits. So would still prefer if he gets the minus armor corruption.
Yeah, and you can see he's already building the MKB. So has enough now for the Sacred Relic, or well, 20 gold off of it. This is Divine Watch 2021. We wait to see if Gabby can get there. He needs 2,000 more gold. We're reporting again. T1, you know, they've been pretty much okay with just using this time, farming up these next items, securing their lockdown on this game, grabbing an Aeon Disc, potentially on the Crystal Maiden next, Ember going into the Shivas, as that Linken's Ags, BKB Maelstrom, BKB ready to go at 10 seconds, AC for the Beastmaster.
Second one, and just get multiple ACs, minus 10 armor, just kidding, it doesn't stack, but yep, he needs to change his item build.
There it is. I was wondering there for a second if he was actually going to buy out on that. But the patience here from T1 definitely gives PA a chance, especially if she gets to the Divine Rapier.
I wouldn't call it patience, it's more them being cautious about how they approach sieging the tier 3 towers, where one lasso into tier 4s could make a lot of a difference. You pop a glyph, the split shot on all the heroes trying to help him out. It's quite a lot. So Beastmaster, he decides to build a Vanguard, now going into Crimson, which is okay. Against the Phantom Assassin, I'm more of a fan. Let's say you're playing at PL, so you get a lot of value from that item. Here it's okay-ish, 3 out of 5.
How much that does is...
He's just tanking up for the team. Aura, Pipe, now getting a Crimson Guard. Roche will respawn in 11 seconds.
Right.
Phantom Assassin almost has enough to buy a Divine Rapier. Might need to send the courier to the enemy secret shop.
Yeah, courier
Why is it even
waiting
called secret
to
shop?
decide.
Like, everyone knows where it is. Why don't we just call it a shop? Shopkeeper shop.
Would you be okay with the secret shop changing positions every game?
So you're like, yeah, I need to buy some items from secret shop, but I can't find it. And then you like spend 15 minutes trying to find where it is.
I mean, if you're bad at looking, yeah. Maybe sometimes it's up in the top left corner.
That's too much RNG.
Shaman has fallen.
Like, your secret shop is at the enemy fountain, so you're like, how do I get there?
Only specific areas. It's not going to spawn in the enemy's fountain. I mean, that would be rude, though. Although I guess theirs would then spawn in yours, right? If they were equidistant.
Well, maybe it's not a mirror. Well, oh, they're actually escorting Phantom Assassin to buy a Divine Rapier. TP back, just TP back, and all good, because they're gonna get backstabbed. There's also a lane ward from P1.
On themselves and Mars, they'll get the kill on KP. Divine Rapier in the hands of Gabby. Going Ags next. No Mars
Radiant's top
for
tower is
44
under
seconds. They do have
Radiant's
buyback on the Mars.
fortified.
I don't think they know that Gabby has this Divine Rapier, but I guess there is the assumption that maybe you'd go for it. And just feeling out the game, obviously they were in this situation on the last one. That's what they did.
It's not like they're gonna back off. Oh no, it's a Divine Rapier. We need to run back. So like they still take the fight, but the supports need to be more careful. Eondes is available in Crystal Maiden. Try to proc pocket with one dagger. Let's see. She's being scouted out. High Hawk, so Gabby just playing south back.
All that's happening. They've already lost the melee rack.
Radiant's
Stop.
top barracks are
Shadow
under
Demon
attack.
should probably be using offensive disruption on Breaking to get the AC aura for the team and the Radiant Bird.
The Searing Chains that comes through, as well as the Abyssal Blade. False Promise save for the Phantom Assassin. Slipping Dagger pops the Linkage. They've got the lasso on the Lion. The factory arena is down. They've got the kill onto Zephyr. They'll control the rest. Phantom Assassin was stunned up, finally away with the BKB being popped. They got Zephyr. They popped the Linkage again on Carl. They're trying to make a play here, trying to find something out of this more than just a Lion, but they've lost the range rack. Stifling Dagger all the way on a Carl. Doesn't crit,
Radiant's
but he's
top
slowed
barracks are
up
under attack.
quite a bit. However, already far enough away where they can't catch up.
They're also losing PA so quickly once she gets jumped.
Technically,
Radiant's
That's
top
a bit problematic. They have one more fight. 2 set of barracks gone. Still Aegis for another 2.5 minutes.
the rune of regeneration.
Cuckoo, I believe one of those axes was spotted. Also the Necro creeps. They're coming over. Jackie almost catches a glimpse there. And Phantom Assassin really would like to get this Ags, but that's 2,600 gold away. I don't know if the Ags even helps enough. Gives opportunity, but still very tough fighting into this T1 team down 20,000.
Yeah, she's just going all in on the items. Bought a Divine Rapier. You mentioned that Aghanim Scepter, so that's gonna help with dispelling things. Slows, roots, something that
Radiant's
she
turret
struggles
has
with.
been killed.
Still don't know if that's gonna be enough. Fighting into Aegis, Ember Spirit, who's extremely armed, like Carl's out of control this game, only died once. This is like 50-55 minutes item on Ember Spirit usually. It's just insanely farmed
Radiant's
this game.
bottom tower
Yeah.
is under attack.
Now there's only one left to go. It's 2 or 3 bottom in the round. Trying to make it megas, and now Believe looking for that lasso. Now on the cooldown, he's looking to top. The Hex off the Phantom Assassin. The Druid damage. They've got the fingers well. It's not the false promise comes in, but they've got the Primal Order followed up with a freezing field. They're right on top of this Phantom Assassin. Not looking good for Gabby. Trying to run. Was it healing up? No, it wasn't. Divine Rapier on the deck. Continued forward. PA does not have buyback.
Radiant's bottom
And
tower.
Oracle's holding the Divine Ring. Not the launch. Surfeit, he drops. So does Armel. GG is called 2-1. Takes the game, and they even up the series at 1.
Radiant's middle tower
The
is under
second
attack.
Phantom Assassin to not work out.
Yeah, got there. Seems like teams figured out how to play against her. Had a lot of time to figure it out in the previous patch where she was picked most of the time with the Sven. So yeah, I think that one fight when they decided to go on a Raid King with the lasso didn't work out after.
Right down to the end of your days.
Erica did
Flicker available
yesterday.
again.
Did I do that?
My AC, which could backfire, you know, against the reflection. He just pops it, and then they have minus armor, so not that great of an item, but
Radiant's bottom barracks
it's gonna
are
give her
under
some extra survivability in the team fights.
So we'll see what T1 can do with this. Obviously, they're not working with Bioaxe on the Pugna and the Beastmaster. Not going to go for the PA. We'll see how comfortable they are fighting Roche. Minimum respawn time
This'll come in
is
handy.
up, and it should be a quicker Roche. As we can see, we're already a fourth of the way there, so it is a quick one, which will be a big fight. Fourth Roche, Aegis, Cheese, Refresher Shard, Axe, Blessing. You know TV was looking for that Axe. Now he can just pick it up via the Blessing if they get the kill onto the Roche. And he's got it queued up here still, so an opportunity certainly for Gabby to spend that money elsewhere. Ooh, Gleipnir being built by the Ember. Gleipnir?
You call it whatever you want, my friend. I'm fine with whatever. Wow, why is he going Gleipnir? Maybe he thinks
Radiant's
they need
bottom barracks
more.
are under attack.
Like it's. I see a lot of Arc Warden players build that item. I'm just really not convinced by it. Where it just feels so
Radiant's bottom
underwhelming.
barracks
You don't get the attack speed as you do from the Mjolnir, and the double Mjolnir in the fights feels much better, at least on the Arc Warden.
For the Ember, though.
For the
Could be
Ember,
okay.
maybe he just wants to keep people in place. You know, there are BKBs, but the root people inside Firestorm, keep them in place so TB can deal the damage. Still feels there's a better item choice. Like if you want to go, you can upgrade your Axe Scepter, see how things are gonna go out. Maybe you need a bit more damage, get the Daedalus, possibly get beyond disc so you can still just get bursted, even though you have a Lincoln Sphere, but would still prefer a bit more damage, and Glypern doesn't provide you with that much damage.
Right. So, sending the Necro Creeps in as well as a boar just to scout this Roche. They also had the Hawk over there. Smoke used by TNC. And they're up here on the high ground, T1, waiting to make something happen. Don't know if you take a quick enough Roche on the side of TNC to even try to sneak this. This smoke, they pick up an Invis. They've got Armel coming back over bottom just to clean up a little bit.
Something we didn't talk about is the Pugna Timeless Relic Hex. Also, Crystal Maiden is holding a ceremonial robe, so lowering the status resistance by 10 and magic resist by 2. So, but this hex is going to last for more than 4.5 seconds, which is pretty big. AoE status is minus reduction.
Pistol being built there for the Pangolier. I mean, maybe they can jump these heroes. It's going to be very difficult. These hexes just seem like enough control. What do you do if you get hexed up?
Grimstroke building towards the Aghanim Scepter, that's a big one. If they can get that item against the TB, like, you have illusion that deals 150% of the damage. Magic immune. Sounds good. And you can make 2 of those, like TB +1 when you use Soulbind.
Dark Portrait. He's almost got it. Only 1,000 gold away. And again, Hag's Blessing is going to drop on the next Roche if anybody does finally take it. Like both these teams sitting at a bit of a stalemate as they just don't feel comfortable just yet. But as I say that, T1, this time they smoke. They're going to try and make something happen, though they're going the wrong direction right now. They might be able to wrap all the way around and find TNC coming from the back.
Are scanning.
Courier in the tree for TNC. TNC now in the river. There's an arcane rune right there.
High advantage for T1.
The Lincoln, they got the heads up. Back, the Soulbind's out, and I think that got reflected. They've got the Soulbind on for both the Disruptor as well as the Underworld. They're getting the kill on this Armel's Ember, but no, PA going down in the Static Storm. First one gone, has buyback. We'll see if she uses it. Carl on the run with the BKB. The buyback comes out from the Ember. They'll take out Carl. Carl and Jackie are gone. This will be Roche with the side of PNC. They're trying to chase his Grimstroke Inkswell, but it's not going to be enough to survive with the BKB popped by Armel, and he will get the kill on the Grimstroke. 3 heroes gone on the side of T1.
Armel should be the one picking up that Aegis because he just brought back Gabby. He has enough money to actually buy the... I think you give this Aghanim Scepter to Disruptor. He's far away from it, but I feel like you should give it to him because it's pretty big. Pangolier. Where's that Axe? It's on the ground. Come on. Febby, pick it up. Febby.
Pango took it. You're not allowed to have anything as a position 6.
Bash is fine, you know, when during the Rolling Thunder, but it's much easier to set things up with the Static Storm Aghanim Scepter upgrade. And he's also not like going for it. Femi is just being not greedy enough, I would say. Yeah. 2 buybacks.
And no buyback used by the just yet. Bringing forward like James. They've got the root on Hubna. BKB running away. They've got the leash onto the Terrorblade as well as the Ember. They're using these right clicks, trying to get something done, but there's the Primal War coming out from the Beastmaster. Roll in from Tim's. Cuckoo forced to use his own BKB. There's the freezing field. The balls of BKB. They go to the Dark Rift, but Gabby, the Abyssal Blade, they got the count of Zephyr. He's going to buy back immediately. And there's the Dark Rift away. 5-star Uber
gets them all out. Oh, yeah, 3 buybacks from T1. Now they have Cheese. Who's holding the refresher?
Terrible.
TB is? Okay.
And there's the quick. So let's take a look at this again. Zephyr goes in, immediately hit with that Abyssal. No way for him to get a full freezing field off. It was the right thought. Just not going to happen. Really tough going in right next to the TB. You can stop it with that Abyssal immediately. If
I was a Grimstroke here, I would just sell Magic Wand, sell a Force Staff, and buy Aghanim Scepter.
Go for the Dark Portrait.
Sell everything except the Blink Dagger, and you need that Dark Portrait.
Dire are scanning.
Item recommendations? Tags? Potentially. I don't know if that showed up on your screen.
Yeah, it did. It did. Not sure how's that possible.
Ooh, Divine Rapier here for the Phantom Assassin. 3 straight games with Divine Rapier.
So far, for those people who just tuned in, all games so far.
Trying to break the curse. Not turn into Spectre. Can't break that curse. The Wakepicker being built for the Pangolier. So we'll see how this game will conclude potentially soon, because it's my favorite point in the game. We're right around the tier 5s.
Can't believe this.
Time to talk about it.
Game has been going on for 57 minutes. TB pops the meta. Look at that range.
For the Crystal Maiden. Yeah, look at the range coming
Flicker.
in. Life
Nice.
Drain, Flicker, putting him in a better position, having better luck right now than Erica did
Flicker
yesterday.
available again.
Flick, still not hurting him. It's a risky game. You play too many times, you're going to get burned eventually. They got the Hex. Now, Jack jumping in. Beastmaster. They got the Sonic Abby. He's dead for 97 seconds without buyback. Static rolls down. That's auto recover these heroes. They don't follow it up.
What's the firestorm?
Dire's middle barracks.
Oh, Bogna with the saves. I think she would live anyway, but man, that firestorm damage is insane. And now, Underlord, level 25, Timeless Relic.
I know nobody's taking that Divine Rapier, but that was
Malice. Like, it's just insane. Disable duration 2.45, and then you add Timeless Relic on top of that. So you're like almost perma-rooted.
Radiant are scanning.
DB needs to be careful.
Yeah, hexed, stunned, and then just the damage coming in. Bounce back to have Primal Roar. Look at that, Crystal Maiden dropping Thunder Strike, Firestorm, Static Storm, or Thunder Strike, not Thunderstorm. Glimpse back on a crew to this. Then the Swashbuckle, but they hexed up the Ember. They got the Lotus Orb, and now Phantom's Embrace. Oh god, Jackie just rips through both Bebby and KP.
He's still chasing, does not have a vision. So how are we buyback wise? DB has one. He does not want to use it, of course, because about to respawn. Ember doesn't have one, so he should be very careful. Still Aegis for another 20 seconds. Man, this game could go either way. Like, doesn't matter, the
Tier
network
5s.
lead, and finally Grimstroke finds that the gold, gets
Dark
the Aghanim
Portrait.
Scepter, and also hits level 25, Inkswell Radius. We're actually getting closer to level 30 on some heroes. Phantom Assassin very close. How's Pugna doing? Level 28.
Core, another Divine queued up for the Phantom Assassin. You've got 29 for the Ember, 28 for the TB. Let's see. It's time to play the lottery. 2-5 time.
Let's go.
Bear Shield, that you're already winning.
Is that cheating?
Maybe.
16 stats and Ballista. They don't have a hero to carry Ballista. They're like, man, wish
Mirror
we had a
Shield,
Drow
okay.
Ranger or a Sniper. Mirror Shield.
Do they get Ballista? That would be
a
a big one. They're hoping. Both teams are searching. They get the bounty runes, picking those up. That gold under their belt, holding these buybacks, looking, searching, trying to get something to drop.
You need to be very careful how you're using your spells. There's like Lincoln Sphere, Lotus Orb, Mirror Shield available on the Ember Spirit.
Oh,
Deso
Stitching
too.
Desolator.
All right, she'll take that one. Stacks with the Deso, which is pretty insane.
That is so far 2-1. I know Ballista doesn't work for the team. That's always like, that's a good one. I feel like look at it and boots. See, like, you know, that or Stygian Desolator. It feels like the book of the dead.
So he decides to get Force Boots. It's also a Dispel, which is nice. Double the cooldown of a Flicker, but still okay-ish. Book of the Dead. I just feel like that item is a bit underwhelming. Oh, that's a good one.
That is the final one.
Like, you can just initiate with the Fallen Sky. Let's see who's gonna take that one. I guess you just give it to Pango. He's holding a Stormcrafter for now.
You'd expect it, right? He's still holding that Stormcrafter, though. Mirror Shield for the Pugna. Minotaur Horn with the BKB available for the Beastmaster. Divine, or a second one being built for the Phantom Assassin.
2 tier 5 items on side of T1, I think.
Pick up Ballista.
Oh, they got
Desolator.
Ballista.
And Mirror Shield.
Yeah, no one wants that
Sky.
Ballista. Not much use of the item.
Radiant will take it. Somebody wants it.
So yeah, Pango has the Fallen Sky, one of the coolest items in the game for sure.
You think so?
Yeah, just, you know, having an ability to transform into Meteor.
It was pretty cool. Stifling daggers coming out and just obliterating creep waves. Creeps around the world have shuddered in
Dire's
fear.
bottom tower is under
Wind
attack.
Waker almost for the Pangolier. That is a lot of gold saved up. He doesn't have a Yules already. He's building the whole thing.
Straight into it.
Yeah. 1,000 gold till he Double Divine for the Phantom Assassin, who is now level 30. All the talents have been unlocked. Ember's almost got 30.
Underlord's going for E-Blade. I don't think you can use E-Blade successfully enough. Maybe after PA uses a BTP, then you use an Honor, but it's gonna be tough. I would prefer like
Fire. There you go. They're going for the Terrorblade. They're trying to get the kill. Oh, Gabby just blown up. Teams with the Rolling Thunder. They've got the life drain onto the Ember. All they got so far is Gabby. They're trying to Dark Wave away. They're about going out of this one. Teams comes in with the Rolling Thunder and they're gone.
So TB gone. Still has buyback, of course. Didn't use it for a very long time.
Terrorblade got nothing off.
He also bought the Shard upgrade, the Demon Seal, which gives it gives him more move speed and more attack speed.
Oh, another Roche. Ooh, this is really good for T1.
Axe Blessing. Maybe you give it Pagna's taking it. Crystal Maiden wouldn't be too bad of a choice.
No. You get the Shard and then the ultimate suck is possible.
I don't think you need a shot. Doesn't feel that great at this point.
Giant's Ring.
There's the one.
Ooh.
You give it to Beastmaster, I think.
Who's taking the Giant's Ring? There it is. So look how big Beastmaster is. Really doesn't take a piece now.
Very balanced. Look at him walking over the cliffs. Not sure why that is, but okay.
T1 really getting out level there. They're tier 5s.
Because they just found Ballista, they're like, what do we need? Okay, Giant's Ring, we'll take that one.
They asked their local fortune teller what they'd get, and they got Giant's Ring. We'll roll the dice.
I don't think that.
We didn't mention Shard upgrade on the Beastmaster, which is a cool one. Not because of the bomb dive, but because you can micro your Hawk, so that's a pretty big deal.
Disruptor's getting close to 25. There's the Wind Waker. Maybe save the TB.
Radiant
That's,
are scanning.
the point of contention. That's who you want to be saving. Even with all that, the Axe Blessing and the Roche taken and everything, TNC are still holding a lead. And by the way, it seems like TB's been 28 forever.
Yeah, he's just farming with the illusions, not getting too much XP. Shard also on the Disruptor. Thunderstrike can be cast on allies, also gives 50% move speed and 75 attack speed. So they want to pop everything on TV. Like, look at him go.
KP pretty far forward. Pit of Malice. Gabby nearby, needs to be careful, gets spotted. Take out those Necro Creeps by T1. They're nearby, throw those axes, spot the illusion. Cuckoo just Giant's Ring, free move, and very.
Look at this. Reflection. Yeah. Didn't know that's a thing, but apparently it is.
It would have been funnier if it was normal size. They'll use this Hawk, they're going to get vision. They'll see the entire side of TNC. So an opportunity for T1 to really jump the high ground and surprise them. They're spread out. Jackie just invis. Stifling daggers come in, so they know exactly where he is. Gabby over to the side. Firestorm to keep T1 away. Trying their darnest to wait out this Aegis. Buyback. Everybody but Pango and Grimstroke.
At this point, like, Firestorm deals a ton of damage. You just need to survive through initial burst, keep them in place, use it multiple times. There's one Eon Disc on the Underlord, one on the Disruptor, and one on Pangolier. So 3 Eon Discs. Let's see how many do they have. One on Pagna, and that's pretty much it on the dire side.
This is another one of those games where I just think Ags on the Disruptor makes such a big difference.
It's a huge difference. Like, that's just me. I'd sell Glimmer Cape by Aghanim Scepter straight away. I can understand that he's holding a buyback right now.
But he's got Refresher. If you can get them both down, you're doing so much in the fight.
too much, you know, ignoring the items. You can't pop a BKB, you can't hex.
Firestorm on top of both of those, or on top of one, like...
He's getting the gold with the Book of the Dead.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. Has almost
Hex
enough
comes
more.
through. 8-12. Now they go after KP. That's going to be the end. This top, they've got the Static Storm. JKP that gets hot. Cheese is eaten. They're trying to go after Jackie with the Rolling Thunder coming through. The BKB no longer going to last on the Jackie. They've got to be glimpsed back right hands again. The heads again. They're going to go to the Phantom Assassin. Yes, they do with the Pin of Malice right down on him. They've got him locked to the Pin of Malice. The Aegis is going to be used. So can they get a second kill on the Phantom Assassin with BKB being caught like Fuku? They've got the Hex on the Hex, but it's not going to be enough. The right hook damage coming out of the BA. They've got the Divine Radiant comes up on the deck. Can they pick it up? They will go for Fuku with the BKB. No, but he's been killed. 3 Euros got on the side of T1. The only ones to get away are Grimstroke and this Crystal Maiden. And they bought back on the Ember just like that. TNC. They've got control of the Divine Rapier, control of the game, and looking like they might be able to pull out the series.
So DB is holding a Divine Rapier. He says, screw Monkey King Bard. I'm going to have True Strike coming up from that Divine Rapier. Phantom Assassin has enough gold to actually buy a new Divine Rapier. Yeah, it's there. Not sure if he has enough money to actually buy Rapier and the buyback. At this point, the buybacks are very costly. Let's see the buybacks. I mean, you probably need the buyback here because they will go. They will hit your buildings.
Even with the Aegis, unable to survive. 2 cheeses on the Phantom Assassin. 5x get used. There's the Fear pushing back 2 heroes. Gets that extra 10 seconds of the Metamorphosis. And now there's the Glyph. Rolling Thunder coming through. Tim's like a train rolling in without the brakes. Swashbuckle away. They've got the Dark Portrait chasing after these heroes. Gabby will work on that. Gets a first hit. Bash will take care of it pretty easily. 22 seconds until PA is up.
PA
come
still
up and
not
find one
buying
Rapier. BKBs and Dark Rift away. So they just leave.
They got the melee Baron. They leave. Aghanim Scepter finally done on a Disruptor. I believe he used a refresher in the previous fight because I can't see it. Yeah.
This'll come in handy.
It's a big game changer. Like,
yeah.
Casting it, let's say, on a Phantom Assassin, they have no saves for PA besides, like, a Decrypify. But, you know, even if you get a Static Storm off, she can use a BKB. She's going to melt the Static Storm and possibly Firestorm.
Precious bounty.
Do you like the kinetic field duration or the glimpse cooldown? Because he took the kinetic field +3, but didn't take the glimpse
for sure.
-8.
Like, when you have this ulti, the late game, you don't get that much from the glimpse cooldown.
Right.
Radiant
So now, Divine Rapier in the hands of Terrorblade has those Force Boots, MKB Refresher Orb, and Bots 2, and you're 9 slotted on Gabby.
Still has buyback. Like, you have a Shard, you have Aghanim Scepter upgrade.
11 slotted, really?
He can actually get one more item that's a Moon Shard.
Get the full 12. The dozen.
They're going
It's going to be
in.
broken. They'll drop down the Pit of Malice. Now they'll go over the Swashbuckle. That's going to miss T1 by the skin of their teeth. Evade TNC.
PA rebought a Rapier. Man, she deals a sick amount of damage, but so does DB at this point.
Yeah, and it's really just been the ability to catch this Phantom Assassin. It's always the glimpse into Static Storm and then the Abyssal right on top. They've been able to pop that Aegis every time the Phantom Assassin has had it very quickly in these fights.
Late game Dota is just chaotic. You know, one mistake could make a lot of a difference. You know, these items like the Wind Waker, who can save allies, like new Shard upgrades. Like there's going to be so much attack speed when he uses Demon Zeal. Disruptor uses Thunderstrike on him, which is a Shard upgrade. So Disruptor could start thinking about getting the Aghanims for himself for now, just saving the buyback. His buyback cost is like around 2,000, but should be okay.
He has 61,000 net worth. That's such a big number. Oh my, get the Moon Shard, please. I want to see how high that number can go.
His buyback is 5,300.
So much. And he still can almost afford the first Hyperstone. He needs to be. Oh my god. honestly ridiculous. And we're going to get down to potentially, what, 6th Roche?
I stopped counting after 5th, I believe, but yeah, I think this is going to be a 6th Roche.
And if we don't know how to count, just blame it on NA, because that's my counting skills. Where they come
That's
from.
what we do.
So, Roche back up, T1 postured on this. They need to be careful, though, because TNC, they're knocking on the door, looking ready to go on the base. You're by Roche, but that's the sound of TNC right by your steps.
At this point of the game, I'd say mega creeps don't matter. Like, you just need to win
Remnant
two fights in a row.
That misses, but the Remnant's still searching, looking, trying to catch this Beastmaster sleight of fist. That lands on the Cuckoo for a second. Now they've got the Gleipnir forcing out the BKB.
Yeah,
There's the Abyssal, and they'll get that kill on the Beastmaster. He bought back 2 minutes with that Cuckoo.
Man, that's not a place to be. Cuckoo, they needed that roar. They need that second sight. He's also like getting a day gun. He doesn't know what to buy anymore.
He's out of ideas. And by the way, Pango 30, Ember 30.
By the way,
Dire's bottom
spawn.
tower is under attack.
Do they go back and take it?
It's a possibility, but
Sorry, forward stab, fake hype.
Dire's
Ember
bottom
can still
tower
pick it up
is
because
under
his buyback is going to pull down.
Now they're going in. They'll use the Abyssal Wave. They're trying to get the kill on the Terrorblade. He's gone! Divine Rapier on the deck once again. And now it's looking like the BKB's been caught by the Ember, but he's lost with the Soulbind.
There's the Glade. He's dead.
Jackie's gone.
Money for buyback.
Oh dear, got the shield crash right on top of the Grim Stroke, and it's going to be popped here by Tim's. But Gabby's
That
back
game,
into the fight.
they have no damage. Speak up. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Let's see.
attack. Dire's bottom
Maybe slow this down, not sure how long they can. And it's only 300 gold away for the Phantom Assassin. If they can get something, maybe the buyback will be there. But it's not looking likely. There they go after 2 of 4s. Here's the H-12 Thunderstrike. Going in, but he's going to die. Life Drain is enough. They pop the Lincolns. Carl on the run. They catch up with this Pugna. Survives. Life Drain still up. BKB. Carl on the run. Not going to be enough Life Drain again. Eventually, Pugna makes it back inside the base. KP now needing to run out of here.
It's time to hit the throne.
There's the
Like,
tier
just
4.
ignore the heroes. Hit the throne with all the illusions. Take the game.
There it is.
There it is.
Will take the game. They'll take over T1. A very close 75-minute game. Back and forth. It was anybody's game for the last, what, 40 minutes?
Yeah,
It's really
like, I
ridiculous.
can't believe Phantom Assassin does not have
0
a
for 3 in
buyback
the
there.
series.
Like, it's a rough one. She was
Yeah.
like 200-300 gold away from the buyback.